Hi, it's Monday the Doula, your favorite doula, and today we're going to be making homemade applesauce and talking about Motherwit. So first things first, you're going to take about 3 apples. You guys, I found these apples on the clearance section at the grocery store for 99 cents. Organic apples, like 8 of them for 99 cents. So make sure you check the clearance section of your produce department and make sure you eat the skin of the apple while you're peeling. There's an easier way to do this if you have a potato peeler, but for some reason I just like knives, so I'm going to use a knife. We're going to skin about 3 of these, and I'm going to tell you what it is to have a Motherwit while we do this. So if you saw my YouTube short about Ms.Onnie Lee Logan, I talked about how she has a Motherwit. And see, I'm showing you what you want your apples to look like, completely skinned. So in that video of Ms.Onnie Lee Logan, I talked about her Motherwit, how she felt called to being in the birth worker space, and how I felt like I also had a Motherwit. I didn't know there was a name for it at the time, but after doing research on her lineage and her legacy, I found out that me and Ms.Onnie Lee Logan, Madame, we share something in common. So I'm sure you're probably wondering, what the heck are you talking about? What is a Motherwit? And so, long story long, a Motherwit is a deep spiritual connection with your career. And I say that Miss Onnie Lee Logan and I have this in common because in that YouTube short that I did, I talked about how it was something that was in her family, but it was also something that she felt like she just knew she wanted to be. And I remember being a little girl of 6 years old, standing in my living room, having my mom ask me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Having heard this question so much. Oh, and see, I'm showing you here, you want them to be diced in little cubes. You want a bunch of little cubes of apples, and you're going to take those and just put those in the pot with a little bit of water, cinnamon, and lemon juice. I'll show you coming up. But so I remember being 6 years old, standing in the living room and having had that question thrown at me a couple of times, saying maybe 1 or 2 times random things, oh, ballerina or princess, because that's what I always heard myself being called. And then my mom really was like, no, really think about what it is that you want to be. So I really sat and I thought about it, and I said, well, is there a name for helping women have babies? Is there a name for delivering giving women babies? And my mom said, well, you could be a OBGYN or you could be a pediatrician, because if you want to deal with the children, you would have to be a pediatrician. But if you want to be the person that helps the mother, then you could be an OBGYN. So from that age of 6 years old, although I'm not an OBGYN, although I'm not a pediatrician, I'm actually a maternal support practitioner, aka called a doula. I'm sure a couple of people have heard that phrase. I know a lot of people in the birth worker space have some ups and downs with it, but short-term doula, but other names: birth worker, maternity support practitioner, labor support practitioner, all kinds of names. So I just thought that that was so cool. And you want to have your temperature set to a little below medium, and make sure you compost your core and save your seeds of your apple. So I have this on that little below medium heat for about 12 to 15 minutes with the cinnamon, a little bit of water, um, I think it was about a half cup of water and all that good jazz that you saw earlier in the video. I put all that in a blender and blend it up, and then I cook it down just a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit thicker than the consistency that you see coming out of the blender, but it was so delicious, you guys. I had to show it. I'm so glad I filmed this part because it was so good. I forgot to take any video of it afterwards. We just gobbled it right up with a little bit of sea moss and elderberry. So I did not show the finished product, so trust me, it's good. But I just thought when watching my Onnie Lee Logan video back, I just had to talk about that whole Motherwit thing because I've known from the time that I was 6 years old that I wanted to do something along this line. And it's so funny how I literally detailed exactly the career path that I chose. I am a full spectrum health specialist doula. I went to school for my health specialist degree. I have a extensive knowledge of herbalism because that was my childhood upbringing. I grew up in a very holistic herbalist household of many generations. So it's something that just came naturally to me. So being able to incorporate all these different parts of myself into my title and being able to give my services to my community is something that was so important to me. And I've known that since I was 6, hence the Motherwit. I'm so grateful for it. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. And I will see you next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.